Today, we'll be analyzing King County's housing market. What should you look for when you're selling and buying a house? So, our motivation and objectives for today. We want to take the data from King County, Seattle, Washington, and assist realtors and assessors with predicting sales and prices for homes. Today, we'll be looking at mainly three things: home grade and zip code, home condition rating, and latitude and longitude, where exactly the houses are. Here's a little background just as an opening. We'll be doing a lot of focus on Pike Place because, as we've noticed, there's about 979 houses in the area, and the average price is 838,000. So we found that to be a very interesting average price and decided upon that place to examine. Our first question is, how are the housing prices distributed through King County? Where is it going to cost the most to live, and where is the most affordable? So as you can see, in the darker green areas, those would be your higher priced houses, and in your lighter green areas, those are your cheaper homes. So around Lake Washington, which is this white area here, you can see that the surrounding area, which is predominantly beach and waterfront, will have a lot more expensive houses. And then also, this is the city of Seattle here, which has quite a few highly priced houses. Excuse me. And this community here is called Bellevue, which has another very expensive, which is another very expensive area. It's interesting because Seattle is also home to a very large tech industry, with Microsoft and Amazon being headquartered there in their metropolitan area. So that would also drive prices and houses up. We also looked at what effect does the condition of the house have, along with when the year is built. So as you can see with this graph, darker the circle, the higher the condition is. So there seems to be quite a few of the higher condition houses that are more expensive, that are older, closer to the 1900s, which is very interesting. You see a lot less in the early 2000s. So you shouldn't let the time of the year the house was built be too large of a determinant, rather on the price of the house. But as you can see, the higher the condition, the more expensive the house tends to be. We also looked at, does the house condition have effect on the price compared to the zip code? So downtown Seattle and Pike Place, the zip codes are 98125 and 98101. So that would be up here. Right. And as you can see, there are quite a few. Oh, excuse me. Is there actually here in the middle? And as you can see, there's a lot of high 5 out of 5 condition homes, and also quite a few highly priced homes. We also wanted to examine if grade had an effect on the homes, if the price. So in Seattle, the way that the houses are appraised as far as safety and livability is anything less than a 7 is not, you're not able to live in it. So 8 through 11 is livable standards, 11 being the best, and 8 being just above average. We wanted to see for our predicting house based upon grade. So we've come to see that for each increment in grade, you'll potentially get a 255,000 increase in the houses, which was very interesting. So grade does seem to play a large part in how much the house could potentially cost. Our model information, we use a simple model based off the location of the homes, the grade of the homes, and looked at how these drove the price. These features showed very strong relationship with the price while still being independent from one another. Grade, location, and price. And also the limitation for this specific model is that you can only use it in King County due to that. That was the only data really available. Recommendations for selling a home in downtown Seattle area, because you should sell a home in the downtown Seattle area because the housing market is very strong, with very high housing conditions. And the higher the rating condition, it tends to be the greater the house will hold its value. Also, where to buy if you're on a budget. Depending on your budget, if you're looking for a more luxurious house, then you should look towards the Seattle area. Near the closer you get to Lake Washington, tendency tends to be the more luxurious the house will be. But if you're looking for less expensive, then you should look at the houses which are farther away distance from Lake Washington, and Seattle. Home improvements: conduct a high quality renovation in your home before selling to ensure the highest home grade, which will increase property value. If you're looking to buy in the area, then make sure you check the grade of the house to ensure high quality of your money. For our future works, we would want to look at affordable housing shortage in Seattle, because with the houses being so expensive and it being such a large tech industry, there's definitely an affordable housing insurance for regular people on a regular salary. And then average income for the residents will also feed into the first point. We'd also want to examine the effect that Microsoft and Amazon moving to Seattle played on the housing prices, and also demographic data. We'd want to look more into that. Thank you. That'll be all.